Hello guys, I'm just going to show you the results of this match because I'm going to have a bit of a moan today because I've had a really bad session. Yeah, really bad. And this is just going to go to show I'm doing decent, but I'm in terrible teams. I'm a bottom tier tank there. I'm second place. I actually today lost 8 games and only won 1. So I played 9 games, only won 1. And this is just showing you the results of some of these games. I'm having the next game is also going to be a losing game, where I just have a moan about how bad the teams are, and how the game is just made to kind of make you ragey and make you want to spend money on it, which is how free to play games used to be. They're a bit better at the moment, like Warzone and stuff. You don't have to spend money on Warzone. I play it quite a bit, and I haven't spent very much at all. I've just genuinely gone, actually, I'm enjoying this game. I'm putting a lot of time in it. It would be nice to have a couple different characters to play as, so I'm going to spend a bit of money. They deserve the money because I've actually spent a lot of time playing it. I've not spent any money, so I'm going to spend a little bit of money to show them I appreciate the game and it's fun, and I've spent some time in it. Okay, that can be a little bit frustrating, but not as much as this one. Like I said, 8 games in a row. I'm trying to get some XP on this tier 6, 2 tier 6 tanks I'm going up, and to get my daily double, it's taking me like 2 hours, and it's just so annoying, so frustrating. I'm like bottom tier most of these games, and I'm just putting out the damage in most of the games. Obviously there's a couple games where I did absolutely terrible, and that's another point. I actually won the game I did terrible in. I've been having losing games, and I've been put in the top 3 and in XP earners on my team in like every one of these 8 losses, and then I have a game where I do absolutely terrible. Bottom tier, I get shoehorned between these 2 tier 8s and I get killed straight away, and that is the game we win. That's the one I get my daily double on, and this is why this game is an old school kind of free to play game. It's meant to frustrate you. How many packages have you got to unlock to get your tank up to fully upgraded? And you're there tier 6, and in the Polish line especially, I've been playing tier 4, tier 5. And unupgraded tier 6, I could not pen anything. Even lower tier tanks couldn't pen anything. Finally fully upgraded this tier 6 one. Isn't too bad, but then you still got to compete with the teams. You still got to have decent teams. Even the best players still got to have a team most of the time to get a half decent team to win the game. Sometimes they can carry it, but not very often. It's like 1 in 100 game kind of type thing. So that's the best player. You let alone decent players like me, or above average players like me. I'm not saying I'm a great player or anything, but I'm just saying that I'm getting put on these teams like constantly, and it's just like I'm bottom tier in a tier 8 match. This gun is pretty decent. It's got fairly decent alpha. It's got fairly good pen, but unfortunately my team just aren't good. That last game, that end result there, you just saw the last game, a split second of it. I was one of 2 people to kill an enemy tank. Enemy team lost 2 tanks in that game, 2, and I was one of them. Not boasting or anything. I'm just saying, that's how bad my team was. That a very mediocre game from me was still enough to put me at the top of the XP earners on that game. And then obviously, like I said, I think another thing, what they were supposed to do 2 years ago was they were gonna put, right, we are going to put 6 cents on every tank. Now they never did that, and I think that would have been a brilliant idea, especially for new players. You know, how frustrating is it when you get into the game, you don't really understand the mechanics. You know what targeted means, you know, an enemy tank's targeting you. It's pretty self-explanatory. But to get hit by artillery, to get, you know, targeted like for like a very split second, and then get hit for most of your hit points, and you don't. And if you're a new player, you don't understand. You don't understand what's going on. How can I be hit so quickly? And knowing that you're spotted for like the whole thing. And yeah, it's just and even for like veteran players at the moment, I'm tier 6, fully upgraded on both the Italian and the Polish line, but I haven't got 6 cents for my Italian tank still. I'm still working on it, and this has only got 6 cents because it came. I got it's a spare crew which already had a skill on it, so I transferred it to 6 cents because you need that. Already my team's down 3-1. I've got a couple of shots into a tier 7 in my tier 6, and this whole side is pretty much dead. You know, technically I should probably fall back, right? I probably should fall back, but I think, okay, if no one protects this flank, that artillery and that TD back there are screwed. We've still got a heavy and a medium. They don't seem to be pushing too heavily, but we're still down 4 tanks to their 2. So we're still two tanks down compared to them. And here I'll go to high explosives. That goes into the ground. And that's another thing this game is made to frustrate, is RNG. Some games I'm just like firing fully aimed in, like, and I'll miss practically every shot. The gun accuracy on the Italian tank and this tank, well, the Italian tank's probably seems to be pretty bad. But that's another thing that frustrates you. It's like you're a decent player, but you can't hit half your shots because RNG just says no. And then you just have terrible teams. I mean, you can negate this by platooning, obviously, but it's just, how do you get onto these teams every game? Like 8 games in a row. How is that possible? Technically, out of 8 games, I could be the most terrible player in the game. Like, I could do, in most games, do 0 damage, and I should still win 1 or 2 of those games out of that 8 games I've had. But I'm not, you know, most of those games I'm doing it in the top 3. I'm doing loads of damage. I'm doing more damage than pretty much anyone on my team, and we're still losing, you know, because I'm putting in the work, but it's just absolutely, I don't know, I'm unlucky. I think I'm unlucky, as is anyway. Yeah, change to normal ammo from that. As you can see, we are just getting absolutely slaughtered now. This Panther 2, is it? Or is it just a normal Panther? He's pushing me. And then I don't know why he doesn't push me. He looks like he's going straight for me. I really do not understand why he isn't pushing me here. It's got a damaged ammo, but I think he's only taking shots from me, but I haven't damaged his ammo as far as I know. But yeah, he's pulling back. He's looking in the other direction. He's not looking at me for some reason, and I'm just putting shots into him. See, that's you know, I can get. I'm a tier 6 and I'm beating this tier 7 with not much of an issue. But yet my whole team can't seem to take anyone down. He's gone down to come up behind me. Not the worst strategy. I don't know what happened to him. I really do not know what happened to him there. And now the odds are now slightly more even. Not you know, we've still got a big disadvantage, don't get me wrong. But they've got 2 extra tanks, and one of those, unfortunately, is artillery. And unfortunately, tier 6, I'm getting outspotted by everything here. It's really annoying, you know. That's exactly the thing. It's like I'm bottom tier. That's the thing. It's like I don't know why they haven't. Another frustrating thing. Why haven't they introduced +1, -1 as a more of a permanent thing? Because especially if you're bottom tier, especially if you're not upgraded, you just can't do anything. You literally can't do anything if you're bottom tier and unupgraded tank. And this is the thing. If I was in a tier 8 medium, I would be spotting probably artillery. I'd be probably spotted that tank that that TD that had hit me for most of my health there. So I got 1,700, and that's not bad for a tier 6. And again, I haven't got 6th sense, so I don't really know when I'm spotted. I'm just taking it as I'm spotted, and the artillery is looking at me. But at the same time, I've got to make an impact on this game, else we're definitely going to lose. I mean, we pretty much are going to lose from the look of this game, but and that's what's going to happen. We are going to lose this game, guys. But here I am trying my hardest, and I realised that my commander's out, so I can't actually see very far anyway. Even though my there we go. Oh, I do have 6th sense on this tank. Maybe no. I've got 6th sense on this. Italian's not got 6th sense. Yeah, I'm just hiding here, stopping myself from getting killed by artillery. The light tank has now come up. That's me done for, I think. I don't know what he's up to. I guess he's not fully loaded yet. Oh no! Stupidly fired. I'm not fully. I'm not. He misses his first shot, but then I realised that there's a tank right up behind me. Tiger 2. That's the end of that. And then we got a Drogon and the Italian. Is it tier 7? And the game's almost over, so we had to capture the base. It's an assault. Yeah, just what can you do? That was another. At this point, I think this was loss number 5 or 6. Getting quite frustrated at this point, you know. And that is kind of why I've kind of stopped playing this game. Or rather, at least I'm going to go up to tier 10 on the Italian and the Polish, but then I'm going to stop. Going up the lines is just so frustrating. Just insanely frustrating. When you're trying to get XP and you just get games like this. I'm 3rd and I'm bottom tier in this game, and I've got the 3rd most damage output on my team. Unfortunately, I didn't get a kill, so I probably would have been up the ranks there as well. Now I'm going to show you, after a big moan and showing some of the crap games, I'm going to show you a good game. And actually, it's not, in a way, I get a great result, we win, but also I'm going to show you the ridiculousness of some of the teams I'm in. I'm top tier this time. Good. I'm top tier. Still trying to get a win in this a daily double in this thing. So this is probably, well, yeah, this is probably game number 8 or 9. I can't remember. It's just, this is the thing. Why they make it frustrating? Purposely make it frustrating for you. So you put money in to get you up those tiers. So you don't have to have the frustration. That's the thing. It's the frustration of I'm trying to get XP to get this tank up. If I was just trying to just have fun in this tank, I wasn't aiming to get to tier 7, I would be fine. You know, losses very, very annoying still, but no big loss as long as I haven't lost any money. I'm training my crew up a bit. I'm making a bit of money, not a problem. But since that's the only reason why I'm using this tank is to get XP. Having a loss after a loss after a loss, and this goes to show the accuracy of this gun's pretty bad. But I don't want to stay still for too long because artillery is in the game. And I'm playing a bit cautious because, you know, you can't rely on your team to help you or back you up in this game. So I'm going to try playing as cautiously as possible after having so many losses. Accuracy on this gun is pretty terrible. The reload is pretty long. Looks like that guy's given up. With his gun in the air. Just had a bad situation there. As you can see, we don't start off very well in this game. Like 5 shots and we missed every single one. No, 6 and we missed every one. I was getting quite angry. I was just like, oh, this is going to be another loss. There we go, our first, and finally we hit a shot. Get a very good chance of taking that guy out, but again, guys on my flank seem to be dying in their droves. Aim time's pretty long in this, and it bounces. The kill shot bounces, guys. Another thing that was frustrating me, you know. Finally get to hit the target, and it bounces. And all he had left was like 2 hit points left. And this shot, oh, a miss. And I think the next shot goes into his gun. Let's have a look. It goes into his gun, guys. He's a big object with he's not fully upgraded. He's got a dinky gun. And it manages to hit that rather than anything else. And again, another miss. It's a good thing this has got loads of ammo because I am down to 15 shells on my normal AP rounds. Their enemy team is winning. That AMX is going to cause me a lot of problems later on, especially since I'm not got 6th sense on this thing. So I'm keeping back. There's obviously a lot of enemy tanks back there. They're all shooting and I'm guessing tracked those 2 tanks over there, 'cause you would be falling back because like everyone's shooting at you. I'm trying here to just do some damage to the enemy team because they're just obliterating my teammates on the side there. Hey, that was a big old hit into that tier 5. Now he's down. That's 1 less tank. So we're now got equal teams, guys. So I have a bit more faith in this. And there's the KV. Take him out. Got hit by something. Got hit again. Not a good time right now. Just getting pummeled. And we got 1 guy with us. We track him. And actually hit him. I'm going to go for the engine deck. See if I can get a fire. Because I'm going to need at least 2 hits to kill this guy. And he gets taken out by the KV1 next to me. Finally, he must have the dirt gun on, I guess, for that long reload. And we are winning by quite a lot. And it goes downhill very quickly. Try to fully aim and just don't fully aim in the end. SOS. Because I know there's quite a few tanks on my flank here. And the enemy team, my allies do not seem to be doing anything. I'm guessing that heavy was not playing. I'm just like, come on guys, give me help. There's 3 tanks, the TD and the light tank are over on this flank. I know that for sure, so that's pretty much all of the enemy tanks are on my flank. And there we go. Yeah, didn't fully aim, but still, that should have hit. That annoyed me because I'm thinking, this guy gets out of my range, I'm screwed, because he can just sit there and pummel me because I've got no armor to speak of, really. So yeah, I push up, trying to keep him, trying to spot him out again, but unfortunately not. And there comes the medium. And my allies are doing nothing. So all 3 enemy tanks are on my flank. And yeah, my team are just sitting on the ridge line there. And I'm just getting so annoyed at this point. Just come on, guys. Give me a... there's 2 tanks left. And they're both tier 5s. And they're both on my flank. And he comes up along the ridge here, and the enemy, my allies are still not shooting them. And I'm like, okay, 4 tanks down. Let's just take out this guy. Let's push. Yeah, so a win, but no thanks to my allies in that game, really. Just sat there, knowing full well I was on my own, and there was 3 enemy tanks against me. So sorry, first class mastery, high caliber, good game in the end, but I'm sorry for the moan. I'll bring you another replay without the moaning next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.